Wow. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Lund Loop Daily Update for Friday, July 31st, 2026. The end of a historic week inside of a historic month, but we're through it. I think it's time to crack a cold one. Oh, sorry, I was just outside. It's hot here. Man, what a week. And you know what? Things move so fast that it's almost hard to remember what happened 1, 2, 3, 5 days ago. Like, where were we this time last week? Well, let's take a quick look at this. Let's do a little refresher. Maybe you need a refresher course. Where were we on Saturday? Saturday Cut was all about don't let the market make the decision for you. What does that mean? That means don't put yourself in a leveraged spot where the market's going to make its decision for you by having a margin call or something, right? So that's how we started the weekend. Then we come into Monday, and I say, is the next wave of blowups coming? I had already put a post out earlier in the month called Blow Up Summer, but it felt like there were more blowups coming. How prescient did that turn out to be? Then we talked about a gentleman who blew up a $27 million account. That was on Tuesday. And that's a good one, I think, to go back and review, because it doesn't really matter if you have a $50,000 account or a $27 million account. They all blow up the same way. Then on Wednesday, talked about the most painful lesson for traders, which is if you didn't have a risk methodology in place 6 months ago, you probably were in trouble this month. But the next best time to do it is now. Also, that was the day I told you on Spaces, I said, I think we need some sort of market mechanics to come in to find us a bounce and possibly a short-term bottom. What does that mean? Some leverage product needs to blow up, or some hedge fund needs to blow up. And guess what happened yesterday? Leopold, he blew up. And that, I think, may have been the catalyst for a short-term bottom. Talked yesterday about as much money as you can. Everyone wants to make as much money as they can, but everyone has a different risk profile. So what your risk profile is will change how much money you can make. And that's okay. We just all have to find our homeostasis between those two. So that's where we end the month. And on top of that, this was the biggest destruction of high beta momentum names in history. Like more than COVID, more than the financial crisis, more than the internet bubble thing. I was there at all those. It's weird though. I talked to a lot of civilians this week, meaning friends of mine who have no idea what's going on in the market. And I was explaining to one of my buddies today about the whole Leopold thing and how, trillions of dollars got erased and stocks dropping 80% and this just crush of beta and everything. And he's like, literally like, really? He's like, my portfolio's up 1% or 2% for the year. That's how specific the destruction was this month. But guess what? The destruction was in all those names that people trade. Those are trading names. That is like these names are like red meat for traders. So many traders blew up this month. I mean, it's really epic. So what I want to do is I want to take a moment. I'm gonna have another swig of this water. And I'm going to tell you, if you're still standing, if you made it through this month, give yourself a goddamn pat on the back, because it was not luck. So many people got taken out. I mean, smart people, rich people, people who've done this forever got taken the fuck out. If you're still here, it's not luck, right? You did something right. Maybe you didn't do everything right. Maybe your portfolio got a hit. My long-term portfolio got hit too, but my trading portfolio, hardly anything, because we haven't been pushing risk. So it's important in times like these to say, you know what, God damn it. All right, I did it. I've been practicing my risk methodology. I'm not taking wild swings. Yeah, it sucks while you're watching these people. Oh, I'm in XYZ stock. It's going up a gazillion points every day. But guess what? A lot of those people, gone. They're out, or they're just like down to the crumbs of their portfolio. So pat yourself on the back. If you didn't do so good this month, It's okay. It happens. Like we all go through it. We try to prevent ourselves from going through it again, but it happens. So if you didn't do so well this month, or if there was a little bit of some rough patches in your game this weekend or the next week, whatever, perfect time to do a postmortem. Just go back through not so much what you were trading. I mean, that's important too, but I think it's so much more important to say, what was I thinking? Go back and look. Here's a really great hack. Go and look at your phone, right? If you have an iPhone, I'm sure it's the same on Android. Scroll back through your pictures in July. Just segment your photos on your phone. You can do it by month to July. When you go back and you look at those pictures, at least for me, I'll remember like, I was at this restaurant, I was with these people. I immediately remember what I was thinking about the market that day, right? I always think about it, or at least I have a general feeling and think, what was I feeling in the beginning of July? How was I feeling that first week? How was I feeling mid-July, right? And then also like, who was I listening to? Right? Are there some people that I just need to get the hell out of my feeds to curate away from my Twitter, my social media, whatever? So go back and think about what you were thinking about, who you're following, and also the most important thing is, what weren't you thinking about? Like, what were you sure wasn't going to happen? Because that's always the worst for me. When I say, oh, that can't happen, or there's no chance that will happen, that's when I get in trouble. There were people that are no longer in the market now that in the beginning of July said, oh, you can't, this won't fall that much. It's not going to go down 30%. And then when it did, they're like, well, it won't go down 40%. Oh, there's no way this can get down 60%. Oh my God, this has to be the bottom. It's down 80%. How many times did people over this last 4 weeks on every single counter trend rally, that's it, that's the bottom, and went right back in? So anyway, the point is, pat yourself on the back if you're here. Give yourself big kudos if you came through mostly unscathed. If you did get hit here and there, or even if you got hit pretty bad, it's okay. We learned from our mistakes, and you've got a whole community here that's willing to help and make it so that next time it's not so bad or it doesn't hurt at all. So, all right, let's jump in and look at what we do on Fridays. We look at the weeklies. The weeklies, he says. The weeklies. All right. Wow. I just have to say, wow. Imagine what this week would have looked like